Hello, my ambitious babes. Welcome to another Zen AF Hustle recording / IG Live. Today will be a hella ambitious topic. Giving yourself permission. I think this is going to be super beneficial for a lot of people, considering the fact that so many of my clients came across this, and actually so did I. So I wanted to talk about it today, especially since I have some things coming up, and I kind of started thinking like, oh, is this going to confuse my audience at all? I'm still doing, well, let's just start from the beginning. So I started in wellness, right? I started as a Pilates instructor only because my only desire has ever been to be, an entrepreneur, right? But something was really calling me to, the thing I really loved about the workout that I did is that it helped me on my ambitious journey. It helped me create the life and business that I wanted, because it was a tool I used to help me kind of change my state, vibe higher, really challenge myself in a controlled environment. And I would take that, right? Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And I would just take that into my regular life. It's not like I did it intentionally. It just happened. Like I knew if I could push through, 5 more seconds of a plank or something like that, I could push through things in life as well, uncomfortable situations. I got comfortable with being uncomfortable by using this tool of fitness, in a sense, right? So I was like, man, I want to perpetuate this feeling. I want to perpetuate, this ability to change your state no matter what. So my goal was never to be a Pilates instructor. I mean, it was crazy that I even was thinking about having a studio, which I did at one point. But I was like, well, I mean, it's a business. I wanted to have my own business. So this is it. But more recently, it's been months. I still feel new, but it's been months. More recently, I've gotten into the fact that it's the ambitious woman that I love to work with and help, no matter in different areas and in different ways, not just fitness, right? Fitness is just now a tool I use. Wellness is just part of my method that I combine with the mindset aspect, and I just can't, and also the business alignment, right? Strategies. And I can't do that just by, teaching a Pilates class. So in my mind, I stepped more into who I was. I never pivoted, from what I believe in, right? I didn't go from a personal trainer or something like that to all of a sudden a business coach. For me, I was always a business oriented person, and fitness was just a tool. It was just a tool that I wanted to share with other people, and I still love to share with other people. So I've never really actually pivoted. I've just defined more of who I am and really just made it part of my method overall, which I feel gives me the aligned business and the uniqueness in my business, right? And it sets me apart from other business coaches because they don't have this high vibe workout that they can, tool as a tool. They can go send somebody off as, and say, hey, go work out. It's good for you or whatever. But I know that, me giving that class is just a whole nother vibe. What can I say? And what I found is that when I was adding business coaching, I did kind of come across the same things that I was hearing my my clients kind of come up against, which is it's hard for them to say this is what I do. So they really downplay. They either can't say it, right? They can't say oh, I'm a Reiki healer or whatever, because they think that they're going to be judged by other people, and they might, right? And even me, like, it was weird to be like, oh, I'm a business coach or whatever. When my friends are like, they have no idea about coaching world or anything like that. They don't even know that it exists. I didn't know it existed at one point, right? So glad it does, because this is, I really, again, feel so passionate and aligned with where I'm at. They downplay their business and say, oh, it's just my little side hustle, my little business, my little thing that I do at home, hobby that I like to kind of make money on sometimes, right? So what I found that has, I teach my clients a lot of things, right? A lot of business things and like whatever. But what I really heard them say after our time working together, even, 1 month, 2 months, whatever it was, they just felt so much more confident about their business and who they were in their business. Because remember, business is really easy. You do a couple of things, you push a couple of buttons, and boom, you can learn anything you want for free. So all you need is the willingness to learn, and then also the belief in yourself. And it's that belief in yourself that a lot of people don't realize that they don't have they don't have enough energy behind, right? They're not really spending the right energy in the right places. If you spend more energy in the belief that your business is real, right? And it can be profitable, and you could dream big and do all those things. You would stop spending your energy on opinions of others or your website that nobody's going to look at or all these other things that you feel validate you, right? So it's, and again, like, I totally resonated with this at some point because, it's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there in some kind of way. It's really, and even with new people. So even with like new people, it's like, but guess what? With new people, it's a lot easier. People that know you or whatever, and they've seen you out in the clubs and, whatever, they see you yelling at your kids or whatever it is, they probably will not see you as like, who you're stepping into and the business you're trying to build right away. They're probably going to be the last ones to get on board because they've known you for so long in so many different kind of environments, right? So when you meet new people, it's really important to like start practicing saying those things. It's like, I'm a business coach, or I'm, a health coach, or a Reiki healer, or I own my own creative business and I sell products, custom products, like whatever it is, right? So it's really important for you to start practicing just saying that and really giving yourself permission to be, do, and have whatever the fuck you want, right? Like, we have one life, like, why not? Why, kind of sit back? But I know why. It's the societal pressures. I know when I first moved to Toronto and I had no friends, I wanted to make friends at some point. So I went to they had some, which is cool. I didn't even know these existed, but Toronto's like very like whatever. They do these kind of things. They had like these networking events, and I would go, like, women entrepreneurs or women boss babes, this and like whatever. They had all these different networking events, and I would go to them, and some of them I'd be like, I'm never coming back here again, because everybody that would like introduce themselves or ask questions, they were still asking like for permission. And these people are like in their 30s, and these women are in their 30s, and they're like, oh, well, I'm afraid to like, start this because my mom, like, your mom, like, you're in your 30s. Like, for me, I was just like, ugh, like get over it. You know what I mean? Like, you're just creating this drama. But I totally understand. If I hadn't taken those steps that I took when I was like 18 to get away from the environment that I felt that was going to keep me stuck, then I would be in my 30s still wondering what my parents are going to think of me for getting on, Instagram and starting to talk about things to people and talking about business and talking about money and talking about spirituality, whatever it is that I talk about on here. Right? So, I just didn't, I knew that I personally at that point knew that, I think intuitively that I had to break away from my environment, like physically, right? And now you can still do that. You could do that virtually. You can get into groups that of an environment, a supportive environment that, you know, has more, you know, because again, they say like you are like the 5 people that you most are surrounded with, right? So if that's the case, then, you know, if it's these people that, you know, only have a certain kind of degree of aspirations than you do, because if you're watching this, you want more. Like, that's just who I attract, right? You're either an ambitious baby, so you have that ambition in you, so you want more. So it's likely that, and a lot of people actually don't, believe it or not. It's just you, sometimes in your big group circle, that actually wants more and wants to achieve more and wants to be, do, and have more. So it's really hard when people around you, especially if you come from a small town like me, they just kind of settle and they just kind of, and it's not because, again, it's not like they're just like, oh, I'm going to consciously settle. It's just because they don't have a lot of role models. They don't have a lot of people that they've seen do something different and have something different and be something different. So they just kind of fall into the same things that they are used to seeing, which is just like, you know, having kids earlier, just getting into a relationship and then getting into just a very comfortable job. Trust me, like my parents really pushed me, right? Because they are immigrants. So they really wanted me to just be secure, right? They wanted me to have a 9-to-5. They wanted me to have a nice little health care and just, you know, all the security you could possibly have. And I had none of that for so many years. So, you know, I totally understand that. And so when I would hear these women like still asking for permission, you know, to be who they want to be and go after the things that they want, I just didn't resonate with me at that time, you know. And so I would find other communities and networking events and women in, you know, that were not asking for permission anymore, right? That they were already in it and they wanted to be better at what they're doing and improve on who they are already, who they know they are already, which is a capable, you know, and willing woman that is, you know, worthy of all of those desires. And that's really what it comes down to, is just your worthiness of those desires. And I just want to be at this moment, because this is what I'm being called to say, is that you are worthy of all those desires, that they're not crazy thoughts, that you can have them if they're yours. If they came through your brain, then they are yours and they are meant to be lived out. You just get to decide that you want to do them and then take the actions that you're being inspired to take in order to achieve those things. That's it, right? So just wanted to hop on here real quick and yeah, I mentioned that because I was so called to kind of share this message. Don't know why, but I do think it's because I do have my Momentum Challenge starting next week. And the Momentum Challenge is just part of my Power Through Series program, my 10-week digital wellness program that combines fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And it also walks you through my Zen Hot Wellness method on how to create better habits and achieve your goals without any negative emotions, right? So I think that, and again, this is part of my you know, my method, and it'll always just be part of my method because it's just an amazing tool to, you know, because I can teach you how to write an email sequence, right? But there's so much business and entrepreneurship in general, and like specifically, I mean, is a creative endeavor. And I feel like it's one of the most, it's just a very, in terms of personal development, it's a very unique experience. I feel like it's one of the most, you know, personal development kind of experiences you could possibly have because you're on your own. Like when I used to run track, it was not a team sport. You know what I mean? Like you're on your own, you're running your own race. as an entrepreneur, you have your own mission, you have your own vision, and you are creating that ladder. You're not climbing somebody else's ladder, and then you get people to kind of help you build that ladder with you. But you're the one driving that or running that race, right? Let's just stick to one analogy. Ladders, track, driving. So yeah, you're the one doing those things. So it's who you are, and it's the little things that you do every day, right? So even if we're gonna hit up one more analogy while while we're here. If it was like, if I showed you how to build an email sequence or something like that, right? It's like teaching you how to shoot a jump shot. Just me teaching you how to shoot a jump shot doesn't make you a basketball player. It is showing up on the court every single day, getting on the team, playing games, winning championships. That's what makes you a basketball player. It's the little things that you do every single day that give you those big results. So that is why wellness is so important in my method and mindset, basically, because it's the things that you do every day. That is what you practice every single day. It is, you practice who you are being and becoming every single day with wellness rituals, with and with mindset rituals and all the things, right? So the wellness is just the things that really feed your mind, your body, and yourself. So as long as you are doing those things, it is really just fueling all the strategies and business things and that you can think of. So that is why my method still includes wellness, and I haven't pivoted fully. It is just now more of who I am, and I really gave myself permission to show up as who I am, because I could have easily been like, and I did, right? It was a little scary. I could have easily been like, oh, that girl, people are watching me. That girl is a bottle service girl. That girl is a Pilates instructor. What does she know about business? But I know who I am. I know that, I have a college degree in it, and not that it means that much anymore, but it's also just, what I love and what I'm super passionate about. And I'm just so passionate about helping other women in business because, it's, that's who I want to help. I want to help them, be, do, and have more. And if I can help them create something of their own and be able to be a contributor in their life financially and in every other way and make them more whole, then my job here is done. Right? It's why I love what I do. So that being said, I do have the Momentum Challenge starting next week. It's a bonus to the Power Through series, which is it's just an accountability group, and I show up periodically, and I wanted to show up one last time for my girls before the holidays, before I go on maternity leave. So I show up 4 weeks in a row. We do group coaching calls. There's a private group, and we just get really honed in on what our wellness goals are for that month. We really just ramp up that momentum. You will be able to go through the whole Power Through series one time over. And then from then on, you just continue on right into January. And so why wait till January 1st when you can step into your power and be your best self today, every day, and in every way. So if you guys are interested in joining that, it's going to be my last one again before maternity leave. The baby is due January 3rd. So I will be, deep in postpartum in January when everybody's doing New Year, New Me resolutions. Don't worry, I will catch you guys when, all of those things kind of die down. Unless you're doing the Zen Hot Wellness method, right? Because that is long-lasting results from an identity basis, right? And without the negative emotions attached to creating new goals and habits and things like that. So, you guys, I'm so excited about this. I'm excited to see my Zen Hotties. My favorite thing is to connect with you guys versus speaking to myself on the screen. So yeah, so that's it. Once I come back from maternity leave, that private group will be a subscription-based group that I will show up in every single month to answer all your questions in terms of wellness, whatever it is, mind, body, self. And yeah, the best tool you can have to really fuel your ambitious journey. And I'm so excited and happy and honored to be on this whole journey with you. Anything you guys need, you guys know where to find me. Go ahead and DM me, Julia Garcia Devaney, and I'll catch you guys later.